Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, the producer. Tonight, the title is No Map. And before I say anything on that, just a quick thought for anyone who's joining us out there. Be sure to say something in the chat so I know you're here. The first time there's no charge for readings. After that, it's $10 per card, or you can pay $100 and cover one reading for each show for the entire month. That's normally 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Now, a quick thought I'd like to share before turning it over to Christopher for the readings for the evening. Life is a gift. We've said this before. It's up to us what we do with that gift. So any destination we decide on, well, there, even if we do have a map, there's no, I think tonight I'm just going to turn on over to Christopher for the readings. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, great blessings to you. I have some of the last pieces of the great Rinpoche and his incense. And I wanted to light this for all of us to find what it is that we didn't even know we were looking for. And a lot of these are these tremendous gifts that we have. So great blessings to you. Unravel these gifts. You're safe to do so now. You have gifts. I know Marilyn and I, Pitts, have talked, or at least texted quite a bit this week. And she's coming into really more and more of her gifts. I know all of you are as the days progress, and the world needs you. Like that consciousness, that spread of consciousness, the elevation of mankind, and it's all about joy. So great joy to you to find whatever it is that you did not even know that you were looking for, to find it. Okay, so great blessings to you. And it goes on to the group card, which is the Drifter card. So this is the No Map. I was really kind of upset that when I was born, excuse me, my mother had the birth certificate, but she didn't have the map for my life. I don't know, I guess she lost it. The Drifter card is about no map. There's no map. This is about stepping out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine and seeking the essence, but not knowing the form. Seeking the essence, but not knowing the form. It's like with Marilyn, I know your father wanted you to be a dentist, and then you pursued the spiritual path with unity. That's following the essence rather than knowing the form. It's trusting your gut. It's moving you along, and it will continue to do so with every one of you on the show. And can we have the list up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. So that's the point of this, is experiencing life as it comes. Focus on being rather than doing. If you get caught up in the thing, well, I should be doing something. What should I be doing? Go back to the being part, and the doing comes naturally. This is about being free. Let me try to put this in a way. It's about giving up the need to do something worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations. So you really take a look at, and that's what a lot of the readings do, is taking a look at who put these expectations on you that really kind of clamped you down. This is all about freedom. This is all about joy and the expectations of yourself. I should be doing something more meaningful. I should be doing something more economical. I should be making more money. I should. Those are things that keep you into the doing. Come back to the being. Okay? Great. Good. So we've got Marilyn Pitts, Abby and Marilyn, Tiffany, Laura, thanks for coming back. Teresa, Jared, Kat, JC, it's wonderful to have you all. So, if you have questions or something, an experience, try to type it in the chat. We'll do our best to interpret it. And I'll do my best to answer any of your questions tonight if you have something come up, okay? So one of the things for you, Marilyn Pitts, this is the it's called the Angel of Love. But work a lot with rose quartz. That's mainly the message I'm getting here. Like even put a piece of rose quartz under Larry's side of the bed. And hopefully he's not like the Princess and the Pea where he'll feel it. It shouldn't make much of a dent. But this is working with the heart and helping people with their heart. Not just physically, but this is emotional, mental, and spiritual. It's your heart expanding. It's about more forgiveness toward others, for others, because holding the energy of anger or hurt is harming you. So if somebody was mentally challenged, Marilyn, and they called you names or they ran away from you, I have a good friend who's a massage therapist, and she has a daughter who's challenged. So when you go there, the daughter, is maybe about 20 years old, but she'll run, and you can do your best not to take that personally, right? It's just her ability or non-ability to be able to cope with that. It has nothing to do with you. So people have these things that are on them. So I gave a reading, to give you an example, I gave a reading to a gentleman about a month ago. And all I saw was, he was about 5 years old, and I just saw blackness. and I just knew that he wasn't ready. He was actually very powerful. Like, he'd actually put up these walls or barriers so that I could not see, because he did not want to see. Something happened to him when he was so young that was so terrifying, that the brain's number one job is to protect itself. And so it's not going to necessarily bring up those memories. Some of those things are back here in the area of the brain stem. So we don't even know sometimes that they exist. Like, you don't know how many times yesterday you blinked your eyes. You don't know how many times today you breathed in or you breathed out. You don't know how many times your heart beat. These are things that are all controlled by the brain stem. Well, there are belief systems back there that get back there. And that's why a lot of people can go to a rah-rah rally or a self-improvement seminar or read a self-improvement book and go, yeah, it's changed my life, and then 5 minutes later be back to where they actually were, because it didn't actually affect the brainstem. Anyway, this gentleman was, and it took him 3 weeks, about a month, to call me back. And with those people, Marilyn, or anyone on the show, when you're working with people like that, please go slow. Be free of having any and all agendas with them or for them or around them. I always say people either get it now or they will get it later. It's not up to you to help them get it unless they ask you for it, unless they ask you for help. So I'm kind of rambling here, but this is working more from your heart. Okay. All right, my dear Abby and Marilyn. Ooh. So, Abby, hostilities. So, Abby, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And it's not that people can't change. I'm not saying that, because people can change, but back off energetically. Because as a person grows spiritually, there's going to be people or friends or family that see you grow spiritually, and they can actually become hostile. This is be free of the need to make peace. I'm always and forever free of the need to make peace. It's okay to make peace, but if you have a need to make peace, that's where it can become a little bit, it can throw your energy off. It can actually drain you. And again, this is I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. Do those cross crawls. Everybody on the show, highly recommend these cross crawls. Help to build the safe neural pathways, I'll call them, in your brain. So that anywhere where you have recesses in your brain that you're playing hostile energies that were put upon you or imposed upon you or you experienced when you were younger, the safety will help clean them out. It's like getting, you know how a water pick is kind of better sometimes than a toothbrush, because it's going to get in. Think of it like that. It's like, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. It helps. That's like the water pick, helping to clean out those areas that still may be there. All right. And Jeff, we'll pull a card for you because I know, is he on?
He said he was stopping. He was on for a little while. You can see him just checking in.
Okay. So I'm going to pull a card for Jeff, everyone, because he's got to run. And then we'll jump back to you, Marilyn. So Jeff, you've got investors coming in. This is a woman holding a coin. It is it's a very soft energy, but it's willing to accept other people's help. This is acquiescing to your the feeling side, more of the, because you're really smart. This is acquiescing more toward the feeling and allowance rather than driving and giving and forcing and moving things. This is about being more receptive to help and to finances. Allow it more to come in, Jeff. And this could be this shows up as an investor, and a woman with money. So allowing, however the universe brings in the money, however the universe brings in opportunity, allow it to take whatever shape or form that it needs to. All right, my dear Marilyn. All right, let's talk about this, Marilyn. This is called the storm warning. So the tornado took Dorothy took her to the land of Oz. It was a terrifying storm. But I've always felt that was very, very symbolic of, and if you look back, and I know we've kind of talked about this before too, when you look back to your periods of really major growth, there's usually always, what preceded growth was turmoil. Being able to, like this gentleman that I read for a month ago, I knew he wasn't ready to look at what he wanted to look at or he thought he needed to look at, because the brain, if you force something, it can actually cause physical and mental distress. You've got to do some brain work with because we're humans, right? We've got to build the awareness first. So this is like getting ready for a breakthrough for you, Marilyn. A huge aha, like yeah. I was trying to think of a good example to help you with this. But it's a breakthrough in the physical. So I advocate going to doctors. I have no problem going to doctors, but I always think, get a second and third opinion is always good. But also you look at like Louise Hay, who wrote You Can Heal Your Life, that book. It's looking at the root cause of the issue. That's my passion. So there's something with this that you're getting this aha to help heal any root causes. And I send you lots of energy to be able to do that. physically, like actually like a healing physically. Okay. All right, my dear Tiffany. Dr. T is in the house. I love it. Okay. So Tiffany, God, I should have seen that coming. I should have known that. Why didn't I see that coming? Because I'm really smart. This is the thinking man. This is the educated person. But if you read, if you've done any study, like I know you have with psychology, but like with narcissists, you can't always identify right away narcissists. So you've got two cards tonight that fell out together, the deceit card and the thinking man. This is about forgiving yourself in any way, shape, or form of being fooled or having been fooled by someone and letting go of that energy. It's so anything to do with I'm not a doctor, but blood pressure, blood sugar, it's clearing out all of that negativity where you can't. Einstein said you can't think your way out of the problem at the same level that the problem was created. This is you moving past that and forgiving yourself for having been set up or having been deceived and letting go of all of that. You'll feel much different after this reading, especially when it comes to a man. Also, pay attention to your spidey sense. You know how Spider-Man, the comic character, he gets the tingles? There's something with your system that is improving on this or escalating. You're going to be getting more spidey senses, like something's off here. Trust it. Absolutely trust it. You'll be guided. Absolutely guided. Okay? And then we've got Laura. Okay. Thanks for being here, Laura. All right. Laura, I love this. This is the whole team of the show tonight was no map. No map? Oh, that's okay. But this is strategy. And then, so you got two cards again, like Tiffany, they fell out. So I want to share this with you. So if you want to take a picture of this, it's kind of helpful to help you remember. This is strategy. And then you've got action. So if you remember, the group card tonight was the Drifter card. Yes, it's okay to have a plan. It's okay to have GPS. I mean, I remember when Kenan was little, I would drive to LA, and I remember having the literal paper maps. And I'd have to pull over, look at the map, figure out. I'd have to write down the exits, the interstate exits, and it was very, very stressful. It's not bad that you're a planner. But are you willing to let go of the need to over plan? And you're going to be given the action. You know, it reminds me of the SAT test when I was a kid. They go, sit with your hands on your lap at the desk. And then they would hand out the papers. Don't touch the papers. And then they would hand out the pencils. Don't start until the clock is. It's all this like training us to go, well, we need to be doing some action. Trust the universe in this case. You're not going to be able to figure it out. This is the Drifter card. This is letting go of. It's being more flexible with a strategy. It's not that a strategy is wrong or bad for you right now, but you're going to receive the direction that you need when you need it. But it's also, this is about letting go of your own beliefs and preconceptions. Are you willing to do that? Letting go of your beliefs and preconceptions.
She also says she's in education as well. So.
Oh, you're in it. She's in education?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. That's wonderful, Laura. So you understand the whole SAT, right? You operate, you're moving into more freedom. Less rules. And it will be a little uncomfortable for you. But believe me, you will get used to it. It's going to be so much more freedom. It's like these horses running. They're running free. And the action. So think about, like, I know Teresa Lopez is on tonight. She's next. I understand when I'm doing a reading, I don't know who's going to be on the show. I don't know what cards you're going to pick. The message just comes, right? It's supposed to come when it comes. That's where you're moving more into. Yeah. It's like living life with no harnesses.
That's wild. She just says too, she's close to retirement and fucking assisted with her freedom.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful, Laura. I love hearing that. Yeah, so you're going to be going into a much more freedom. Your love is spiritual things because you are very spiritual. So that's really kind of awesome. Definitely awesome. Not kind of, definitely awesome. Thanks for sharing me with that, Kenny. Okay, so Teresa, here we go. Now, Teresa, you might want to fasten your seatbelt on this one. Oh, this is so you, Teresa. This is the garden and the gate. And honey, I'm sorry, the gate's locked, so just go back home. But I hope you have your camera, Teresa, on your phone, but what I love about this card, the key is around the girl's neck. This is using your voice more. This is expressing yourself. This is you doing this spiritual work and no holds barred. Just moving forward. It unlocks gates for you. And what I love about this too, one of my favorite movies growing up was called The Secret Garden. It's about this little girl, kind of an orphan. She goes to this mansion and tragedy had hit, well, you know, the Secret Garden show, movie, book. And she finds a secret garden and she works at restoring it. This is your secret garden. You're moving back. You're refertilizing, you're refeeding, you're growing, you're watering this secret garden that you've had but put aside. I love that. I think that's brilliant. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Jared, Kat, JC, Chris Escobar, thanks for being here. Welcome to the show for the first time. Ashley and John. Okay. All right, Jared and Kat. Tennessee representing here. So Jared, mark on your calendar a month and a half from now. So what would that be? First, second week of August? So when you take, okay, so you're a doctor, you're a dentist. So I remember very vividly going into your office, getting those shots, right? The numb shots, and then you would just kind of go away, or you'd sit and talk with me for a while. It took a while for the numbness to set in before you could actually start, working on the teeth. Well, something's happened recently where you've been infused. I won't say shot because I don't like the word shot, but you've been infused with something highly spiritual. But rather than a few minutes or an hour for it to take effect, look at about a month and a half from now. There's something like the first time that anyone's ever gone to a dentist and had that shot. It's a very weird feeling. And many times as I've been to the dentist, it's still a weird feeling. That kind of a numbness. So about a month and a half from now, things start to come in. There's something injected within your field. There's something that's going to bring things together. Because this is called the angel of balance. Okay?
Jared says too that his superpower is talking.
It's what?
His superpower is talking.
Your superpower is talking. Yeah. Yeah. There's something with that. But it's like business wise, but also like business, spiritual, emotional, mental. It's all the areas. You're definitely not going to Egypt. Okay. Kat? You know what? Kat, I love having you on the show. Your spirit, your soul always pulls the most USA. I call them USA cards. Or just, USA. Like, for all of it. Like, I know it's your higher self is pulling it for yourself, but it's also for every one of us that are on the show. This is the door to personal healing and happiness. This is joy. Okay, for you guys, Okay. Is this? So you're supposed to. Okay, so I'm seeing doors hanging, but not on a door. It's like in your bedroom, but there's doors. There's something with the door. Um, um, bless those doors. And I don't know what this is. It's like oiling the doors. What is this? It's some kind of it's bless. It's blessing the doors. So Jared, bless the doors. Are there any notes? Are they chatting? Huh?
No.
No. Okay. There's. You can hang a little bag of salt on the doors if they're in your bedroom. But bless them so that only blessings come through those doors energetically. I have to look this up. There's some kind of oil that you need to put on the doors that's also very spiritual, but I'll text you or can you make note of that? There's something with the doors that's really important. Okay. All right, JC. Thanks for being here again. So if you're new to the show, what I do is I shuffle through the deck, and whatever card falls out, so you've got the thinking woman. Whatever card falls out, your higher self is the one that chose that. It's like you chose the card.
Just on a quick note for you, Teresa Lopez says Dreamtime Protection in the last card.
Oh, yeah, Dreamtime Protection. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, that's really good. All right, JC. So I've known my gifts for many years. It's one of the reasons I went and I have a master's degree in human dynamics. I have a degree in psychology, communications. Anyway, JC, anywhere anyone has told you or you've bought into that you're not smart, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that now? Anywhere where you've not given the encouragement around academics, because we've got Tiffany's a doctor, Laura works in education. This is the thinking woman. So you can get certifications. This is about improving your education. It's let me explain this. It's what you become during the process of going to school.
she's in school right now too, Teresa says. JC's in school.
JC's in school?
Yeah, she's finishing her associate's degree right now.
Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. So I want you to understand, very few people, and Dr. Tiffany can back me up on this, and probably Laura too. If you look it up, what the percentage of the United States has an associate's degree or a bachelor's or a master's, this is you're doing something really powerful on a spiritual level. And not that you need the letters behind your name, but they're extremely helpful, especially when you're doing high-end spiritual work. Just because it helps to break down barriers. And you're able to reach more people if you have letters behind your name. Do you understand what I'm saying? So huge kudos. Like there's a woman behind you that is just so proud of you. Like she cannot. She's going to light up the spirit world when you graduate. Like, and it will help open up opportunities for you. So keep going. It's so important for you. Are you willing to give yourself more credit for how smart you are than what you've been giving yourself? And this is going to open up, all right, and this is going to open up different avenues of smart. Spiritually smart. Crossing the street by yourself smart. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they call them street smarts. It opens up so many different areas of the brain. It's so wonderful. I'm so proud of you. That's so fantastic. Chris Escobar, thank you for being here. First time on the show. Like I said, I shuffle the cards. Whatever is your best and highest falls out for the reading tonight. And so Chris, the reading isn't all just about knowledge, right? And everybody on the show can vouch that's been here for a while, helping you move the energy around it, right? And this is I thought my family was normal. But then when you read my book, my dad was insane. My mom was in denial. We lived in this haunted house. And it was and there were moments of happiness, but what's clearing here in your system, what I feel is clearing in your system, is any trauma, drama around family that has no longer served you or is no longer serving you. And you're really working on that to clear energy to bring more happiness to you. You're attaining more happiness, and more happiness that are with people that are in touch with you or close to you. It's like literally tasting the rainbow. I don't know why that Skittles commercial is popping in my head right now, but it's the start with where you're at and with what you know right now. You're doing fantastic. Keep going. It's not like a destination. The pot of gold isn't at the other end of the rainbow that you have to keep chasing and chasing. This is you coming more into yourself and knowing that it's right there. It's always been there. And so it's kind of like playing or choosing a dodgeball team. So if you were a captain like in junior high school and you had to choose your dodgeball team, yeah, you chose pretty much the biggest kids, right? Yeah. This is like you choosing the biggest kids or the biggest angels, the biggest spirits to come in and help you. You're getting through this. Good job. Okay, my dear Ashley. Third eye, Metatron. Third eye is in the club. All right. Sixth chakra, do some research on this, Ashley. Archangel Metatron. Move out of your head. Go into the feeling of having a lot of money. I think I mentioned this last weekend. We went and looked at houses, $1 million homes. Moving into the feeling of what that has and what that is, and anywhere, because again, you're very well educated. I know you have a master's. This is are you willing to let go of the either or? Either I can be spiritual or I can have money. Cancel, clear, delete, all of that. This is having it all, having it both, and your awareness. Like very symbolic, the third eye, your awareness, and what you can do to strengthen your pineal gland. So things are going to be changing for you big time in the next 5 months. Things will be falling away. You're going to be packing old stuff away, giving it away to Salvation Army, bringing new stuff in. I just see a lot of a lot of activity, like literally, physically, but spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Like just being on it, sorting through it. You have a job to do now, and you're on it. It's going to be clearing. Okay, John, and hey, Laurel. All right. So this is cornucopia. This is blessings, John. Thank you for being toward the end of the show, because just give every one of you on the show this incredible cornucopia mindset, this incredible blessing. Not just spiritually, but mentally, emotionally, financially, all of the areas of your life. So if you floss and you brush your teeth, don't keep going back to the mirror to make sure there's no corn in your teeth. You're good. Once you've checked it, move on. This is letting go in any way, shape, or form of being self-conscious. And again, I'm going to go back to the group card tonight, John, since we're toward the end of the reading tonight. This is experiencing life as it comes. This is to find whatever it is that you did not even know that you were looking for. And letting go of the self-consciousness, being overly self-conscious. But to really look at your incredible traits, who you are as a person, what you have to offer, without looking at the faults, right? And there are little things that can blow up into big things. Oh my God, I went out on this date and I had corn between my teeth. Oh my God, how embarrassing. Listen, if she cared about that, then it probably wasn't the woman of your dreams. Like, no. If you know what I mean. So, this is being more open to receive. So I'm going to ask everyone of you on the show, are you willing? Simply just to be more open to receive. Allow. Laurel. Second chakra. Ariel. Angel. Archangel. Ariel. So, the first time you got pregnant, it was, it can be a little bit, I can't imagine. I can't speak for you or anyone else, but I know that when Kennan's mom was pregnant, I was like overly worried. We'd never had a baby before. I didn't know what was involved. We went and took all these classes. And then I've heard the second and third child that comes along. A little bit easier because you kind of know what to expect. So this is about you birthing a new baby. And I don't mean literally. It's a new idea, a new concept, a new job, a new way of, a new music, a new performance, a bigger performance. And your automatic response is, oh my God, I've never done that before. I got to be really careful. No, you absolutely got this. It's your power chakra. It's lighting up. It's lighting up big time, Laurel. I don't know. You have this. So I had somewhere in my family. I have to think about this, Laurel. I remember, like, some of my family would go into their houses when I was little. And they would have these like old-fashioned pictures of angels or Jesus. And this is the feeling I'm getting from like a grandmother, that she kind of had these pictures, but now that she is one, she is like an angel. She's like, oh my God, I had no concept, right? I had the pictures on my wall, but I had no concept of what actually life is like on this side, and how incredibly beautiful it is. And she's working for you. She's working with you. She's helping you co-create this. It's beautiful. What a great show, you all, tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chris Escobar, for being here for the first time. Love you all very much. I will try to remember that oil cat and what that is, but it's like divine protection in the bedroom. Okay, love you all. We'll see you again Sunday. Take care.